Today on The Young and the Restless, Ashley and Jack go to war as Diane hatches a new plan. Victor makes Sally a lucrative offer, and Adam offers Phyllis a job. In Sally's suite, she's unpacking her bag when Nick comes to the door. He kisses her and presents her with flowers to welcome her back. Sally tells him she's glad she went to see her sister and grandmother. It made her see things more clearly and gave her a huge head start to her healing. Nick thinks she seems more at peace. It looks good on her. Sally asks what she missed. Nick just kisses her again. After, Nick tells Sally he's signed on to work with Adam and merge with Sharon's new company. Sally thought he liked working with his mother and sister. The new thing appeals to Nick, even though he's not thrilled about Nate being COO at Newman. He's very excited about the future. If he can turn Cameron's blood money into something positive, it will do some real good. Sally asks about the Adam factor. Nick says Sharon will be there to referee. Adam seems to be on his best behavior when he's around. Nick admits he's looking forward to working with Sharon again. Sally tells him if he's excited, she's excited. They decide to go get something to eat. At Society, Sharon chides Chance that their supper club was supposed to be about trying new restaurants. They decide they're trying new dishes, so it counts. They discuss Abby being the owner and Chance assures Sharon it's all good. He wants to hear about McCall Kirsten. Sharon says it's actually Augustus, and she's not crazy about the name. Chance isn't either given its meaning. He asks if she's certain about teaming with Adam. Adam walks in and tells Chance it has nothing to do with him, and he should stay out of it. Adam sits down and announces he's picked up on a new dynamic between them. Sharon is glowing every time she sees the guy. Chance tells Adam it's not his business. Adam smirks, but it's okay for Chance to weigh in on them partnering in business. Chance replies, "I'll tell you right to your face, I think she is asking for big trouble partnering with you." The name of his company says it all. He's bitter and will weaponize the company to use against Victor somehow. Adam counters that Chance has no idea what's going on in his head right now. Sharon suggests they give Adam the benefit of the doubt. Besides, Nick and I can keep him in line. Adam has no doubt they'll try. In the jazz lounge, Tucker and Ashley remark that the infighting has started just as they'd hoped. Diane and Jack disagree about her wanting to resign. Ashley relays that Jack offered to sign over her share of Jabot. Tucker thinks that's great. They don't have to go to war with them. Ashley corrects, "That's not how I want this to end." At the Abbott mansion, Diane flashes to the scene with Ashley and Jack in the living room when she resigned. Jack wanders in and she guesses he's mad at her for telling Ashley she'd leave Jabot. It's like she let him down or something. She insists it's the only thing that makes sense at this point. She can't let him break apart his family company just to stop Ashley. Jack doesn't want Diane to think she has to sacrifice her happiness to appease his sister. She's no threat to the family legacy. Diane argues she won't let him throw away any part of the company for her. Jack says he and Ashley have done this dance before. The best case scenario is that they find their way back together. The worst case is their company goes down in flames and Jabot gets everything back. He reminds Diane it's his decision to make. Diane won't let him walk away from this fight. At the jazz lounge, Ashley informs Tucker she's not backing down from the fight. If Jack tears Jabot into pieces, she's accomplished nothing. She won't tear her father's legacy apart for the hell of it. Tucker thinks if Jack hasn't had an epiphany about Diane by now, it's unlikely. They should take what they can get. You can't save a man who's determined to drown. Victor is seated in the GCAC dining room when Phyllis passes through. The mustache calls her over and tells her she's looking damn good for a dead woman. He confronts her about deliberately torturing her family. Who does that? He thinks Summer's marriage is in shambles because of her. Phyllis has talked to her daughter and is sorry about that. Carson comes up and Phyllis says he's already been found. She tries to get away, but Victor warns what she's done to his granddaughter is unforgivable, and she will pay for it. Phyllis stalks into the jazz lounge where Tucker and Ashley have just finished a slow dance. She asks Tucker where Carson has gone. Tucker assures her he's fine. He heard that she conceived a plan to put the guy in protective custody. Ashley asks, "Does this mean we can't trust you?" Phyllis tells Ashley that Tucker is holding her hostage. She doesn't want to be a part of this war anymore. Is Ashley a part of it? Ashley tells Phyllis she can't begin to understand. Phyllis wonders if she even wants to know what's going on here. Tucker looks at something on his phone as he says she may be done with the war, but the war's not done with her. At the Abbott manse, Jack warns Diane that if they decide to really fight, Tucker McCall will pull out every dirty trick he can even think of. Diane's sure he's right, but she has a plan. Jack gets a link from his assistant to an article by Lena Love and opens it. It's a report on Phyllis and Diane both faking their deaths. Jack guesses Ashley's just eating this up. Diane says, "Oh yeah." Lena goes on about Diane's son being married to Phyllis's daughter, and the pair having divorce lawyers on speed dial. She also reports that Jack gave Diane a cushy job, while Phyllis is almost certainly on her way back to the slammer. In the jazz lounge, Tucker, Phyllis, and Ashley finish watching Lena Love's report. Tucker tells Phyllis his confidence in her is shot. She'll have to do something for him if she wants to earn it back. Phyllis wonders if she even wants to know what he has in mind. Tucker doesn't even know yet. She can take her chances in court. Ashley doesn't want to be mean, but Stark wouldn't even have come to town if not for her. They walk away, passing Adam on their way. Tucker chides, "Hey Adam, how's it going? It's funny, I would never have pegged you for a jazz guy. I would think country, you know. Here I am crying over my beer and my dog and my woman." Adam just stares at him with a smirk before joining Phyllis at the bar. She's not in the mood for him. He reflects on the eyewitness coming out of nowhere, which screams of a payoff. He's not judging, he'd probably have done the same thing. As he goes on, she asks him to stop talking. Adam asks if she's sure about that. He was about to make her an offer. At Crimson Lights, Sharon notes Chance was quiet on the way back. He assures her he'll give Adam the benefit of the doubt. She can handle him even if she shouldn't have to. He'd like to stop talking about Adam and get back to more important things. They start making out. Later, they sit down and Chance says he doesn't trust Adam, but he wants Sharon to be happy and successful, whatever that means to her. Sharon takes his hand and looks into his eyes. "I have a feeling I'm on my way to finding both." Sally and Nick enter the dining room where Victor calls them over to sit at his table. He offers his deepest condolences to Sally on the loss of her and Adam's child. He admires the ways he's handled herself. Nick asks, "Where are we going with this, Dad?" Victor knows Jill has Sally under contract, but he has a better offer. He'd like her to create a new design division under Newman Enterprises. He's making the offer because of his past experiences. Whenever he's gone through a loss or tragedy, it's always best to take on a new task. Best therapy there is. Sally will think about it but doesn't want to bail on Chancellor Winters. Victor agrees but tells her if she works for Newman, she cannot work for anyone else. At the Abbott mansion, Jack grouses that Lena would have given him a heads up in the past. He reflects that they got good at using one another. He flashes to her seducing him with a romantic dinner in a suite. He tells Diane they need to talk about her plan and how Billy fits into it. Diane points out that Billy's not averse to getting his hands dirty. Why not let him do it? Jack doesn't want to put him into an untenable situation, and she still hasn't told him what the plan is. Diane says, "Billy becomes our Trojan horse." Tucker and Ashley arrive, and Tucker asks Jack when they can expect paperwork giving Ashley her fair share of Jabut. Jack informs them he's changed his mind. "I can't bring myself to tear my father's company into pieces." He won't be firing Diane either, and she won't be resigning either. If they're determined to fight him, they should give it their best shot. Tucker grumbles and Jack suggests they stop all of this. He invites Ashley to join him in a sibling divorce. Ashley narrows her eyes. There's no doubt now. Jack is willing to put Diane above everything else, including his own family. "You are pathetic." Jack snarls that he's not the one trying to tar their family legacy in two. He roars, "Last chance. Are you ready to be reasonable, or are we going to turn this into an Abbott family war?" Ashley croons, "Bring it on." At the jazz club, Phyllis isn't interested in anything Adam has to offer. He says it's a legit opportunity and something she'd be really good at. He's all about second chances and needs someone to build and run an IT team at his new company and make it impenetrable. He reveals that Nick is his partner, so it might be a way to get back in his good graces. Phyllis isn't interested in employment. "I'm trying to save my life, Adam." He says, "Fair enough. You know how to get in touch with me. Good luck." In the dining room, Nick tells Sally he's sorry his dad put her on the spot. She says it wasn't actually that bad. She wants to go up and get room service. Nick loves it. He kisses her and sends her up ahead of him. By the stairs, Sally stands and thinks about Adam offering her work and her turning him down. There isn't a Newman alive who will ever sign my paychecks again. Victor finishes a call and Nick tells his father he's trying to figure out if this is a manipulation of some kind. Victor just made Sally a generous offer. Why must you always question my motives? In her suite, Sally flashes to Victor's offer and then to turning Adam down. A knock comes at the door. Sally's eyes widen as she hears Adam saying, "Sally, are you in there?" In the hall, Nick appears and asks Adam what he's doing there. He says, "Nothing," and walks away. In Crimson Lights, Chance plays the jukebox and he and Sharon slow dance and kiss. In her suite, Phyllis watches Lena Love's report and drops her phone. At the bar alone, Adam contemplates over a drink and sighs. In her suite, Sally tells Nick the room service is on its way. She doesn't want to discuss his father's offer tonight because she honestly doesn't know how she feels about it. In fact, she doesn't want to talk about anything. They kiss. In the Abbott living room, Ashley breaks the stare down with Jack by walking out of the room. Tucker follows. Jack picks up the phone and leaves Billy a message saying they need to meet tomorrow morning. He and Diane have a plan to keep Ashley from destroying Jabat.